Hi again, and welcome to Body RX. We're going to be talking about the CoolSculpting Elite today. So this is my baby, and CoolSculpting is amazing because it's a permanent solution for stubborn pockets of fat. We have several different applicators up here, and they all treat different areas on the body. So if you can take a look in here, this one is indicated usually for like the lower abdomen or the left handles because it's nice and curved. What happens is there's a vacuum-like suction that's going to draw your tissue into the cup. And this one specifically stays on for 35 minutes. And this one specifically stays on for 35 minutes. Within the 35 minutes of treatment time, a process called cryolipolysis occurs. That basically means the fat cells reach therapeutic temperature, they are frozen, and they die once they become frozen. It's amazing. It comes from something that they studied at Harvard called popsicle paniculitis with kids that were in the hospital and all they were sucking on with ice chips all day, and they noticed hollowing in their cheeks. So pretty much after the age of adolescence, you don't create any more fat cells in the body. So with CoolSculpting, we are permanently destroying a layer of fat cells with each treatment. Your body is going to break down those frozen, damaged fat cells. They're going to crystallize into little tiny particles, and then your body will just naturally flush them out through the lymphatic system. And that process can take anywhere from 3 weeks to 3 months. And what you can expect is just kind of like that pocket or that pocket of fat is just going to kind of smooth out, and it's going to blend in with the surrounding areas. CoolSculpting is not a weight loss treatment. You're not going to notice the difference on the scale from CoolSculpting at all. What it does is it targets stubborn pockets of fat and just kind of smooths them out. So really popular areas that we treat is going to be that lower abdomen pooch, love handles is really popular, that stubborn, annoying bra bulge that sticks out on top or below your bra, under the arms, under the chin. That's my personal favorite. Anytime you see any fat reduction on the face, it just looks like you lost 20 pounds, even though you haven't. So the chin is probably my favorite. That's where we see the most wow in the before and after photos. You can also do inner thighs and outer thighs. Anywhere that you have like just a stubborn pocket of fat that fits into one of these applicators perfectly, then we can treat that. The best candidate for CoolSculpting is somebody who is within 10 to 20 pounds of their ideal weight. They're not looking for dramatic weight loss. There's somebody who's working towards their goal. They live a healthy lifestyle. They exercise. They eat clean. They put in the work. They just have that last little bit that's not budging. That's where I get to come in and just clean it up. And it's so satisfying because you've been working, you're not getting the results that you want. And then I get to be that last little 10% for you. And you just feel so great. It's such a confidence booster. What people really report when they come back for their follow-up is like, oh my gosh, my jeans fit so much better now. Or, oh my gosh, I saw like a picture of my site profile and it looks so much better now. Or like people are asking me if I've lost weight, but I haven't lost weight. So it's just really empowering and rewarding when, you know, you put in the work and then we just get to kind of like give you that last little bit of result. It's non-surgical. There is no needles, no downtime. In fact, we encourage you to get back to that healthy lifestyle same day or day after your treatment. What to expect after your treatment is you will have some numbness in the treatment area that can last up to 2 months. It's very weird. It's noticeable, but it's tolerable. And it is also a little bit tender to touch. So let's say we treated your lower abdomen. It's kind of like out of sight, out of mind. It might not bother you too much throughout the day until you go to lean up over against the counter. You're like, oh, it's a little bit tender. Or your toddler walks by and smacks you in the stomach. It's going to hurt a little bit more than, you know, on a regular day. But those are all very real scenarios that happen. And it's just like I said, out of sight, out of mind. You can still go to work, go beach, go gym, do everything as normal. It's just when you touch it, it's definitely tender and that lingers around for about 2 weeks.
So yeah, and then, okay, so perfect. You addressed those. What are the medical and aesthetic benefits?
This one's a very cosmetic treatment.
Okay, so what are the aesthetic benefits?
Okay.
Oh, you actually went over that.
We went over it.
So let's go into the controversy then.
Okay, or maybe I should talk about how many treatments.
How it takes, yeah.
Okay. So with one treatment of CoolSculpting, it's enough to notice it did something. 2 treatments is going to be more realistically meeting expectations. And in some cases, we do 3 treatments to really get that wow effect. You kind of want to think of CoolSculpting as like layers or peeling an onion. So you can safely target that very topmost layer of fat cells with CoolSculpting. And it's very safe. It pulls the fatty tissue away from the rest of the body towards only cooling that very superficial layer of fat right underneath the skin. And those fat cells will die, they'll break down, you'll see the reduction in that area. You're going to wait at least a month for the next treatment. So we can go in and your body has already broken down and disposed of that top layer of cells. Now we're going in for that second layer of cells. And then, you wait about a month again, we'll reassess. We always look at your before and after photos to track your progress. And then if we don't meet expectations with 2 treatments, then maybe we consider a 3rd treatment.
Sounds good. Okay. And so what I want you to do is I want you to kind of make this funny. Like, there's something I need to address. And I want you to like walk around here, sit here, like you're telling your best friend, like something insane. And that's when you're going to address the controversy.
Okay. So there's something that I need to.
Yes. Like there's something I need to address. Or you guys, like there's so much hate on CoolSculpting. And let me tell you something.
Okay. I should start here because.
Okay, let's not hit your.
I don't want to like ahead in the video. Can you see this here?
You can, but it's okay. In all honesty, this is the blooper that we need.
Can you see it there?
No, you're good.
Okay. Ready? Okay. So there is one thing that I need to address with CoolSculpting. There's a lot of controversy with CoolSculpting. There are, of course, adverse reactions with every cosmetic treatment, surgery, heat treatments, cooling treatments. There's adverse reactions with everything. There is one that got to the media, and it is called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia. Okay, wait. There is one adverse reaction with CoolSculpting. It is called paradoxical adipose hyperplasia that the world is talking about. And what happens, unfortunately, gosh, I need to look at the statistics, but I think it's like 1 in 60,000 people are at risk for developing PH. And what happens is the fat cells freeze during the treatment. Then your body is unable to break down and eliminate those fat cells. So they kind of get angry. They get a little bit enlarged. And basically, the treatment area is a little bit worse after having treatment versus before. So we went backwards. It's really, really unfortunate. I've been doing CoolSculpting for 10 years. I have had 2 cases of PH. I couldn't sleep at night. I felt like I ruined somebody's life. It is permanent. The only way to address it is liposuction. So what happens when you develop PH is we have the medical director of Body RX come in. He's going to sit down with you. He's going to talk to you. He's going to diagnose you with this adverse reaction of paradoxical adipose hyperplasia. We then send your case over to Allergan. Allergan is very well aware of this adverse reaction. They kind of take your case over from there. What happens is they allow you to go consult with any plastic surgeon in the world, and you can get corrective surgery to liposuction out that treatment area. The 2 patients that I had with the paradoxical adipose hyperplasia were actually ecstatic after the final end result, because liposuction obviously is able to remove a lot more fat than CoolSculpting can. CoolSculpting is a little bit more subtle. It's more fine tuning. And it was a free liposuction. So this is not the end of the world. It is very unfortunate because I know people come to me because they don't want surgery. They don't want the incision. They don't want to go under. They don't want the downtime. They have kids. They can't travel, like a million reasons why somebody would choose CoolSculpting over surgery. And then they end up having to have they end up having to have surgery. It sucks. It's unfortunate.
But it's treatable.
It's treatable. It is correctable. It's I don't know what else to say.
No, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it is treatable.
It's unfortunate, but it is treatable. It is correctable. And I will hold your hand through every step of the way if that ever happens to any of my clients. Ever since I've had this new CoolSculpting Elite machine, knock on wood, we haven't had a PH case yet. I do think that the technology has come a long way. CoolSculpting has been out since 2012. So it's like iPhones, right? Every couple of years they come out with a new machine and the technology has just gotten better and better and better and better. And usually in the beauty industry, treatments come and treatments go, but CoolSculpting has been around for so long, and that's because it works. It really, really works. So, and in order to get these amazing results without having to do surgery is great. But if my damn kid. You guys going to the bathroom? Oh, they probably went already. Okay.
But yeah, at least it's like you only had the 2 cases and it was treatable and
Yes, so I've had the experience.
dealing with it. And it doesn't happen to everybody. So I think that's like the part real quick. It is unfortunate, but it is treatable and it does not happen to everybody.
And then so paradoxical adipose hyperplasia, it does happen. It's really unfortunate. It is treatable. However, the consultation is so incredibly important. I will not treat anybody with CoolSculpting without having had a consultation with me first. That is because I've been doing it for 10 years, right? I know who is going to be more at risk for developing adverse reactions with CoolSculpting and who is a very safe, good candidate for CoolSculpting. A couple of things right off the bat is if you have very soft, squishy, subcutaneous fat, you're going to be much safer to treat with CoolSculpting. Very little to any adverse reactions. Okay, that didn't sound good. Little. What we do know with CoolSculpting is if you have very soft, squishy, subcutaneous fat where it can just kind of draw right into the applicator real easily without having to suction too hard, then you're considered to be a much better CoolSculpting candidate versus somebody who has like more firm, dense, or visceral fat. I won't CoolSculpt you if you have that type of fat, and I will let you know. That's where the 10 years of experience kind of comes in. We do have other treatments for that. The M-Sculpt Neo is amazing for visceral fat. So again, the consultation is so extremely important to make sure that we can safely treat you and to make sure that you're receiving the right treatment. So as always, we offer complimentary consultations here at BodyRx. You can go online, bodyrx4e.com and book it yourself, or you can give us a call or text, and we can't wait to see you.